Hello and welcome everybody, this is Battle Pro Gamers coming at you with some new attachments that I purchased for the G&G CM16 Raider, which was purchased at Manchester Airsoft for £185, which is around the equivalent to maybe $250. Reason for that is it was upgraded to the MOSFET, so I could have the lipos running it. Other than that, it's pretty much standard to the genuine series of the combat machines. Now, of course, over here we've got a silencer. I've got the mid cap compared to the high cap that come, and I've got a red/green dot. I don't think they qualified as ACOG sights, but a scope anyway. So, first of all, let's start off with adding the suppressor. So again, as previously mentioned, this is just a protecting cap, and unlike the American versions, these can actually just twist right off. Yeah, counterclockwise. So I believe the drilled holes in the US versions, don't know why, but that's that. And there it is. Leave it or not, I will put a link in description for this, because each end has a different counterclockwise and clockwise for male, female conversion of the barrel. Once you feel it pinch, okay, so the best I can now, while still holding one hand on it, the thread on these are counterclockwise to tighten and clockwise to untighten. And of course, throughout life I've always believed in the righty tighty and lefty loosey method, but on this suppressor here, we've got these ends that do untighten, as is like a spring and a dampener sort of cushion inside. And of course, to access them, you need to tighten that. So even though that's connecting to the thread here, you're actually undoing them too at the same time as tightening that. So you have to really just use this. And of course, like I said, we're doing it to the left and slowly. So if you bear with us, I'll finish it off and then get back. So it literally takes 2 seconds or so once it's in. You'll see it nicely flushed, nice and tight. You can always give it that full hand grip one more time, and then make sure the actual silencer is still tightened to this. Now, of course, these are mainly for cosmetic use. You ain't going to dampen the sound when the spring's actually loading down here. But of course, it looks a lot better. I'm hoping you can tell already, like from the length of the previous barrel, like the flash hider, should I say, to the suppressor. So overall, beginning to look good. Now this one shouldn't take too much of your time. Second modification was upgrading to mid caps. Yes, I got a speed loader. It's just a simple click down one for now. I'll also get a wind up in time. But the reason being is they're very solid. This again is a very good polymer construction. I can't remember what the make is of this, but again, I'll leave a link in the description below. I think it cost around £11, equivalent to around $15. I will be getting about 4 of these, and it holds around 120 BBs. So this is the stock G&G mag, where with a window you'd fill it up and then wind it up, and of course it loads. However, this already, might be able to hear that, doesn't feel so solid. And of course, when you're on the field, if you go in covert into buildings and you want to try and remain elusive, your BBs are going to shake around when you run up and down stairs or whatnot, and just put you on top. Outside battle area, probably spot on, and use full auto or just keep winding out time, nice and easy. So of course I'm still going to keep that. In another video, in the earlier video should I say, I also mentioned, I don't think we'll get a good view, but misfeeding issues. You look right down, you might just see it there, but the actual bucking nub right at the bottom for where the hop up is, as G&G do from stock, they actually overlap slightly, causing many people to have to push their mags forward so the BB can sit at an angle and then fire out. When they're going straight up, they're hitting that nub, it's going slightly past the rubber, next BB's feeding, and then you've got two jamming about in there and nothing firing out. So of course at some point I may do a video on it, I may not, but I'm going to have to remove the pin, pull it off, pull the hop up out, push the bucking forward, put it back in, put that on, put that on. Should be a 2-minute job. And then of course, should be full spec. I have seen some, in my opinion, idiot, where he's actually gone and told people to start drilling down. And basically the BBs, once you've drilled in that hole, just a little notch, BBs will sit there and fire out. Now it may work for him, but I noticed on his comments 2-3 people said you've ruined my gun. Which, you know, isn't surprising for a bit of rubber that's just knocking the BB as it feeds out the mag. However, our next thing is attaching the scope. So, as you might have seen somewhere on here, with a British 10p piece. So, quite a thin diameter. You won't need a massive flathead screwdriver for this. I'll be using that to tighten it up, and again we can just remove this old one here. So left, the standard one's okay. Sorry about the lighting here guys and the shaky camera, it's terrible. So make do, use your 10p. I'm not left-handed whatsoever, but you turn it when it's loose, pop it on. Standard sight's okay. I mean, you've got a fixed one anyway at all times. But yeah, it just doesn't look as cool as attaching one of them. So yeah, if you give me 2 seconds, of course you can tell. You fit that rail onto there. Same method I've just used, using a 10p piece. Obviously in your country, you just want to fit. Look for something with the same diameter. Probably use anything. You could probably really use a flathead screwdriver anyway if it's big enough, but yeah. Okay people, so we actually found a 20p piece. Worked perfect. It fits nice and snug inside. I was able to tighten them up and get a good grip to twist with full force instead of a screwdriver like that. So, as you might already be able to tell now, magnification around it, and it's obviously got one on top. You got your functions on the right. So the top one would adjust the lens zoom out, but it'll be fixed. And again, that one will move your lens. It doesn't move the dot. It doesn't really move the view distance, if you like. Of course, again, more for cosmetics. Now these take 3 different batches. I'll show you in 1 second. This switch, if you turn one way, the 1 to 5 is it on there, or 6? 1 to 5 and it goes to 0 again. Yeah, we've got a green dot. That's what's on at the moment. So that's only visible through the lens. as you can see, nothing on the box. Yes, me, it's pretty cool. And then we'll turn the other way, make sure it's slightly bright enough. And we've now got the red dot. So, sorry, I'm trying to keep them in focus. We're using the cameras. And yeah, as you can tell, it needs to work nice and decent. So why spend 200 quid on a scope alone for what something a £30 one would do? So of course, turn it back off. You can set your preferences once you're on the field. Let's lay it on its side now. So I kind of mounted my scope quite far to the front personally. Get it in view. 2 nubs left in the front, 2 nubs left in the back. And that to me, with the stock set like maybe 3/4 back, a nice quiet stealthy mid-cap magazine. Because we bang that in. So, a reason to love the G&G CM16 Raider, and why it's mostly good for noobs such as myself, because a lot of the attachments you can get are going to go straight on. I mean, I can pimp out later with a torch, maybe a laser, but they are frowned on in our country, and I can't really see much use of a laser, to be honest. But yeah, maybe obviously another GoPro. I'm going to be rocking one on my helmet. I'll be recording some matches, so please subscribe, stay up to date with us, and you'll be able to follow us through a nice little hobby of airsofting here in the UK. This is the start of things to come. I have pretty much the whole camo outfit, the helmet gear, chest carrier, backpack. The only thing I'm pretty much waiting for, to be honest, is some boots, camo boots. I've got big tall black boots, which I might use on my first game anyway. I've got some decent gloves, but I'll show you a full loadout on the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and please like, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, at least hit like, let me know that I'm keeping good content going. Thank you very much.